The man was paying his wife's medical bills when he accidentally discovered a secret. The hospital staff would accept the payment as long as the receipt had the official seal on it. So the impoverished Tom came up with a bold idea. If he could find a way to stamp the seal, he could save a large amount of money on medical expenses. He went to a stamp shop on the street, but the owner said that doing something illegal was impossible. With no other choice, Tom bought the tools himself and began to study engraving page by page from books. From then on, in order to deceive the hospital, Tom practiced carving seals every single day. Even while running his street stall, Tom was still practicing. Even when visiting his wife in the hospital, Tom was still practicing. Although his clumsy hands were pricked and bleeding, he didn't care at all. With each attempt, each engraving, each strike of the chisel, his seals grew more refined. After countless failures, Tom finally managed to produce an almost perfect replica. Looking at his work, Tom let out a relieved smile. At last, there was hope for his wife's dialysis treatments. Soon, Tom nervously clutched the receipt in his hand, pacing back and forth under light and shadow that felt like a cage. Perhaps this light and shadow foretold his fall into darkness, but he truly had no money left. In order to save his wife suffering from uremia, he finally gathered the courage and pressed the forged seal onto the receipt. He then anxiously handed the paper to the nurse's station. To his shock, the nurse was really fooled. As the nurse proceeded with his wife's dialysis as usual, Tom finally felt the heavy weight in his heart ease. He told his wife that her life was saved, that his business was earning big money, and that they would never have to worry about medical expenses again. His wife smiled, not knowing that her life was being sustained by Tom's forged seal. But the truth cannot stay hidden forever. 2 years later, the police found his home address through their investigation. When the knock sounded at the door, Tom knew this day had finally come. He did not try to hide anything, and he confessed everything about the fake seal to the police. Tom was taken away, while his wife at the hospital could no longer wait for him to visit. After the trial, Tom was sentenced to 3 years in prison, with 4 years probation.